Guy, you commit fraud, you dey go jail. Oh.
If my brother, my siblings, or whoever can have the mind to betray me in business, for me at that moment, you stop being a relative.
Being part of my family, you still get some kind of privileges.
Yo, CompoundMen here again, and we are here with Bongzi and
Ebube.
And we have a guest today with us named
Sikak.
and we are here to discuss yet another interesting topic. Does blood automatically deserve your loyalty? That is, if your sibling were to betray you, your sibling or your family, if they were to betray you, will you treat them the same way you treat other person, or would you just leave it like that because they are family?
And forgive them.
And forgive. Let's start with Bongzi.
Okay, for you being my blood, it doesn't automatically mean that you deserve my loyalty, or I can turn a blind eye when you do things. Let's say there's some kind of family business you are running, and you then decide to go south or do dubious things, and we are now short of profit as an organization, right? What will happen is I will forgive you definitely, just like I will forgive an outsider, but that doesn't mean that I will keep on trusting you the way I trusted you initially. So you being my brother doesn't mean I will not let things slide that way. So you can still be my brother, I'll still love you, but probably in terms of the business ways, I'll have to reduce your responsibilities or cut some things from you.
All right, that's good. That's good. Let's hear what the Sikak has to say.
Okay, does blood automatically deserve loyalty? Well, in putting it in context and based on experience, it doesn't actually automatically deserve your loyalty, because one of the basic thing about life is once you are hurt, for me as a person, once I'm hurt, I think my next automatic line of response is always try to look for ways to mitigate the ways I've been hurt. And that might involve me doing things that, would be seen by everyone as me not being loyal to blood, in the sense of it. So, you be my brother, you be my sister. There should be that sense of you wanting to see me get better. So you having to go to that extent of betraying that trust, there's a little bit of consequence to it, even though sometimes in the long run I might not go as deep as I might go for other persons, maybe because of that familiarity factor. But definitely, yes, I would not consider it an automatic, pass for you based on the action that you've done.
All right. So for me, if a family blood were to betray me in any way, well, definitely I'd forgive you, but then I'll space you. I'll space you well. Not like I'll space you. I'll not talk to you. We are still family. We are still doing. But I'll not. If it was in terms of business, we were doing business together, and then you duped me or you took my money away from me, I might forgive you the first time, and we still do business together again. Yeah, but then you do it again. It shows that you do not respect me, and then you don't value our relationship. And then you are simply telling me that, let's not do business together, and I am going to oblige to that, and I will never in my life do business with you again, even if you are my closest brother, or you're my mother, or you are anybody that is my father, anybody that is close to me. I don't care. We will not do, no matter what it is. If you want, even if you need that business you need that business to survive, and it is that me and you will do the business, I can give you money, go and stay. But for me to enter into business with you again, I won't, because I need to protect myself also. And I think that's even good for our relationship, because if I know we are going to fight and I will put you in prison, or we'll fight or you put me in, it's better I don't do that to you. We can just keep our distance and we are still family.
Where we talk about, I think most of us we centered our conversation around business, but is it possible? Do we have a scenario where these people betray you, but not in terms of business? And how would you treat them, differently?
Speaking about whether business or even in any other situation, being part of my family, you will still get some kind of privileges. Even if I want to have consequences, if there to be like consequences for what you did. So if it was an outsider for the same offense an outsider did, that might have warranted me to like taking the person to police or filing a court case. Because you are my blood, it might be minimal. I might not take it to that extent. So I still feel those privileges will still exist for you. That's what I feel. It's not as if I'll now overrule, like just turn a blind eye totally. So there might be some kind of level of consequences, but it might not be like those of outside who are not within my own family blood.
So when you mention privileges, imagine this family member. You know the pain of betrayal from a family member is deeper than an outsider. A family member, your brother, blood, betrays you. An outsider, probably this person has been your best staff, but just maybe that moment he betrayed you. You might consider that this person has been, the track record has been there, this person has been proving themselves, but this one time they fucked up. I can just, but your blood that has lived with you, known everything about you, but yet still decides to betray you. Bro, be honest with you. Let's just be honest and be very factual. Do you think that the measure of, you know, the way you forgive or the way you treat it will be different, or you just because you mentioned privileges, do you think that your sibling will still get more privileges than that your staff that has been very good to you, but that one time has fucked up?
Just as you mentioned track record, that means you're also talking about privileges. Because you said that employee now, based on track record, he has been doing good, and that's why when he fucked up, right, you didn't actually respond in a way that's probably too harsh. When that person that with it, you go just know, okay, this guy has been doing well over time, he has been good, but right now maybe he can't fuck up. You'll be more mild than somebody that's been fucking up consecutively, where you go come vex.
And that is a family member. That is a family member that before from childhood, because this person has first indomie they put for tough now. You chop and pass you. You understand? From childhood, maybe you have been having this person and you can't do for the business now. You now takes advantage of that family or that bond that you have.
At that point,
and now family members will come and say, please, you know it's family. Let's not go and drag a family outside.
Well, at that point, I think it's also your fault. Yes, you are aware of also the track record of the family.
If it's my fault, what would you now do?
What I'm saying, like, it's your fault as like the person who employed that kind of person who has been like that from childhood. You know, this person has this bad behavior. You still brought the person into business. There's always times in family business. There's a family business that they will not allow this kind of person to run the business. That's why even when you run a family business, just like we see in movies, there's the godfather of the business. When it reaches time for somebody to take over, we will not go and give that wayward son, because that wayward son will be the one to bring down the business. That's what I'm saying. If you have that kind of track record, like we say now, for that kind of person, and you end up going bringing that kind of person into the business, so first of all is your fault self before we even go to what punishment you can locate to that person.
Based on that question we asked again, if blood automatically deserves our loyalty, is a thing of entitlement, right? Because they shouldn't automatically deserve your loyalty. They should prove themselves because of his family. And that's why I want to probably bring this issue of this P square that is happening now. The case is that this is a family argument, or maybe like a family misunderstanding, and because it's family, you want to understand that, okay, no come drag a family come outside, everybody come dey talk about them, and then you be having that pain inside your heart, because if that person will say that normal person, if you're not firing and since, so that automatic reservation for them because of their family, I feel like it's entitlement. It's not even about privileges anymore.
I don't think it's entitlement. I think it just depends on, this is someone you have been growing up with. There's no way, even if me and you, we live together from our childhood days, we stayed in the same house, ate from the same plates, slept in the same room all through our lives. There's no way, even if you have been bullying me or doing me anyhow, you are still just going to have that I will still have that soft spot for you, no matter what. No matter how, because even amidst all those things, there are times that you might have come true for me. So, and for the fact that we are staying in the same house, there's this bond it cannot just be broken.
Yes,
again, so there's no way that I will treat you the same way I will treat this my guy that I just met a few years ago. You understand? So the thing is that people now come in and know that, okay, because my brother is this, I will take advantage of him. After all, if I take his money, he's not going to. And that's the problem we are talking about now. When that kind of thing happens, what you need to do is that, okay, since this my guy wants to be doing like this, I will not bring business to him again. I will take it outside. It's as simple as that. That way, I'm not fighting with you. If you want to be annoyed about that I did not bring business to you because I took the business outside, you can vex your vex. I don't care. Because you have proven to me that you can steal the money or you can betray me this way. I will not bring my business to you, because if I bring my business to you, I'm trying to initiate fight between me and you, because one day we will fight. So instead of us to fight, let us not do business. Let's not let that money go. Now for us to fight.
Just come out, come chop alpha.
Yes, come
When
out.
it comes to family, you know, that soft spot is always there. And it's always there because normally as you're growing up, you as the person, you fucked up. They accommodated your fuck up. So they themselves, they fucked up. So that's, know me, I know that system where you've actually lived through, you know, is still going to be there to build that soft spot in yourself. But I think the reason why I actually asked that question in the earlier stage, that, okay, so we seem to like talking about business, and let's take it away from business a little bit, but now bringing it back to business. You know that business is one of the areas where we know where you get to see the actual attitude of people.
Yes, when money enters.
You know, we can sit here and talk about, you know, how you think somebody should behave and all of that, but when, you know, money is involved, there's something to be, there's something to lose, there's something to gain. You know, people start behaving in ways that you don't really understand.
In quotes, true color.
Exactly, you see your
True
true
colour.
color. Yeah, you get the point. Your true color comes and they say money reveals, you know, the man in you. So it is that when it comes to business, for example, I always see myself, you know, not having to do business with family members. You know, why I say so is that if it's when I say I want to do business, I do not consider me doing business with the same in the same sentence as family members. Why? Because I know that soft spot will always be there. If I am doing a business, like for this business to actually survive, you understand, I have to treat this business as a business.
No emotions.
No
emotions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If it is my sister that is selling pure water, for example, I cannot just go to the fridge and take water.
Yes. You have to give
I have to pay, I have to pay that money, because I know that business is business regardless of family or not. That soft spot is not supposed to be there when it comes to business, and I think that's what the mistake a lot of people make. You know, when they're trying to do business with family members, they tend to put the word family inside business.
It's your brother.
It should not
nah.
be. Exactly, because you should take business as business. If you're fine, you guys are family members, but at this point you are business partners, or you are, you know, you're partners in business. If there is any point where I think you want to bring in family business, it should be you supporting your family member business, not because you are business partner. For example, now your father or somebody wants to do a business, and then they brought this business to you. You maybe you have, you know, greater idea in business, you have more experience. You understand? And fine, the person idea might be, oh, let me partner with this my brother. But you having this sense, the best way for you to do is to support that guy's business, not necessarily getting involved in that business. Because at the point where you get involved in that business, you might have to, the ideal thing for you to do is to treat that business as a business, not because of that family member. It's very risky. It's somehow, because I know that there are definitely a lot of things outside business that your family member do. You still have that soft spot for that person.
So, and based on also what you said, there are still businesses that family members still run. But to me, I still feel it's very risky. But I think most of those people who run family businesses that are very successful, they run by a very strict code. They run by a very strict code and understanding of what business is.
That's the thing.
Understanding
that business,
yes,
that code, that
yes.
This is how we are running.
And there has to be some kind of level of maturity to understand that this is business. But even at that, at a very, very deeper level, at a very, very deeper level, yes, there's still some kind of soft spot or some kind of negative energy that might come in at some point, especially if that family member defaults at some kind of code of business, and now you have to lay that person up. Yes, now if that person now is not emotionally mature to deal with that, that's when you now still have causes problems.
Just like it's still business at the end of the day.
It's still business, yes. So
Because if you were to be working in the banking sector, for example, guy, you commit fraud, you dey go jail.
yes, now
bro, this is people's money we are talking about.
So that
You understand?
Your brother is the manager or something.
You're going to jail. You know, when you in short, when you whether family member or not, you know, sometimes some some bank has this policy or maybe code of conduct where once you're employed and they know that you have access to people's funds, you understand? Sometimes you see they have this excursion they take to prisons. They take those staffs to you understand? They
Go show you as
go show you how they be for life. You understand? So in case you decide to be funny, you know, these are ways you can also go in for it. So family members or not.
So me again, my own conclusion is that there should not be any automatic access to loyalty for family members. Work for it. In business, so not at home. At home, yes, at home you can be anyhow you want. But so far it's business and it's money that is involved, there's no automatic loyalty. Your loyalty has to be proved over time. Otherwise the business will crumble. Bro, your reputation is at stake. If my brother, my siblings or whoever can have the mind to betray me in business, for me at that moment you stop being a relative. It's as serious as that. I'm serious. At that moment, yes, you stop being a relative temporarily, probably. Until later, I not come heal.
Otherwise.
Yes, I not come heal, check and say, okay, this thing. But that moment, because if somebody from outside, you go even know say, normally you can expect that kind of thing to happen. But a family member, bro, the pain is deep.
So the thing is, you have your soft spot with your family. They betray you. I think it's a normal thing. There is no way you will say you have siblings and brothers. Even me, I'm sure I've done things to my brother that you don't vex for me. You understand? So we have all done these things. It's part of the relationship. You will fight. You will fight and make up. So it's just how it is. But then, like you said, when it comes to business, there should be a line, and then you should be able to separate your emotions from let's say from the business. That this is business, this is the code, we stick to it.
I want to put this to us as part of the discussion. We all have this. I think we have this conclusion where we know that business should be treated as business, and family should be treated as family. You know, with their various benefits, of course. That's why it's family. So, but for viewers out there and people watching, you know, some persons, you know, they could have at some point in time placed family over business. Some persons that might currently be hurting from that, you know, betrayal as it is, you know, because some persons don't heal on time. It's not like me when I know that I already expect you to fuck up. So normally, even at the point where I give you the opportunity, I've already started creating ways for me to cushion my effect of your fuck up. That's just me. So for people out there now that are not prepared and they're still even hurting from that, you know, that experience, what's your advice to them? What are you going to tell them? Like, okay, how should they approach this family member? You know, I want to just go around. How would you see this? How would you want them to approach?
To me, what I would advise is when this kind of things happen, you can meet the person one-on-one. That is probably after you've sent the person no longer in business. You can still meet the person and try to one-on-one discussion, explain with that person. So people are mature enough to understand and say, okay, no, well, I will still be brothers, we still be everything. But in cases where the person still doesn't want to reunite and all of that, the best thing is bringing 2 or 3 other family members who the person owes in high esteem.
Like, remember the word you're giving is for the person healing.
Okay, for the person healing.
Yes.
Okay, for the person healing, I think the best thing to do is for your healing. It's more about you and not even about the person. Probably that person that you even did it doesn't even have it. Like, he's probably going to other things. So for you to heal now, you just have to take it as something that happens as part of life. So it's something. Sometimes we do things in life and we have some losses. So you have to just let it go so you can have your full healing. You have your full energy back to run your business. So that's it for me.
Heartbreak is inevitable in any relationship, in any business. It's going to happen to everybody. You understand? Whether your heartbreak, they break your heart, or your family member breaks your heart in business or whatever. So it happens. You just have to, I don't even know, but you just have to find a way to get over it. And like you said, for your healing, just try to forgive, because even the person might at the end of the day not see any fault in what he has done. That does not mean that you will say, I'm not doing business with the next person, or I will never do business again, or I will not progress in life. You understand? So you just have to forgive and move on. You understand? So there's nothing you can actually do more than that.
Yeah, I think you should give the person that is hurt, give the person time to process that healing. Yes, you should not rush it. This is family betrayal. It's not outside betrayal. Outside betrayal, 2 seconds, I feel even forget them. But family betrayal, because I will not feel safe again. So I don't know your next plan for me. So give me time to process that healing. I will still call you my brother, or I'll still identify with you, but to give you access to that loyalty that we used to have, or like automatic loyalty, no. It will take me some time. And you should understand that if we are not in speaking terms for some time, it's not because I hate you, it's just because I want to distance myself and get to really process my feelings. But it doesn't mean I still hate you. If something do you now, I will come through for you, but I'm not going to follow the rapport like before. Until I don't heal. That's just my own take on how I can heal.
Heal fast for your own good.
I'll try and heal fast for my own good.
Actually, it's for your own good.
Okay, so now we throw the question back to you. Does blood automatically deserve loyalty from you? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments.
Your genuine opinion. So, all right. Peace out.